That, my friends, is winter rain in Florida. Let's get started on our day. So hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're doing a Volkswagen vlog today. Nobody really comes here to see car stuff, but we are in the car today because it's raining and it's Florida winter. All you guys out there in very cold states, I know you have it a lot worse than we do, but hey, like I said before, we're not really built for this. What is Florida winter? Well, we've been down in the low 30s at night, like 33 degrees. I think it's supposed to be 31 Saturday. Today marks the first of many days of rain, but I still have to get shit done. One thing I noticed the other day when we met up with Jack and Colleen, the day I didn't have any audio, was that I had a pool of coolant below the bike. And I'm used to having some coolant leak down below the motorcycle after I top it off. I just feel like it's overflow, but this was a little excessive. So Jack even noticed the whole day. Anytime he pulled up next to me at a light, he noticed the strong smell of coolant burning off of the motorcycle. So I'm clearly losing some somewhere. And we both figured that the radiator cap is probably going to be the cheapest troubleshooting step at first. I know it would be more thorough if I took the whole thing apart and found exactly where the leak was, but if you've never taken apart a Goldwing, it's not really the most fun thing in the world to do. So if I can go buy a $7 radiator cap and that fixes it, perfect. If not, then I might have to start looking at disassembling the front fairing of the Goldwing. So that's what we're doing today. I am on my lunch break, so I have to kind of hurry up, but I'm going to get that radiator cap from Napa. So I could order a $30 radiator cap from Partzilla, or this $7.50 Napa radiator cap also works. I'm going by Honda to get more coolant. Thankfully, both of those are right next to each other. And then we're going to pick up a neck gaiter, which is something that I've never really wanted or needed before. Since it's been a little cooler outside, like last night after work, because I knew it was supposed to be raining the rest of the week. After work, I said, you know what, I need to get out on a ride. I took the bobber out, and yes, it's not freezing ass cold, but it's cold enough to where it was uncomfortable, you know, 50, 60 miles an hour on the roads around here, around my neck. We're going to get the neck gaiter, and Jack, thankfully, recommended going to the Army Navy store. Again, it's right here next to the Napa and the Honda shop. So I'm going to get everything done that I want to get done, all within like a 1 mile radius. So I'm pretty pleased about that. Let's get this stuff going and we'll catch up with you soon. All right, so what did I get at the military surplus store? I got this neck gaiter. Again, I've never worn one of these before, so this is going to be something completely new for me. I also probably won't even need it after this week. Maybe once or twice in the next couple of months, but that's it. Those of you guys who don't know, I was in the Marines. I was a sergeant in the Marines twice. Got in trouble. And I was an air crewman in the Marines. So I didn't earn my combat air crew wings. That's a thing. I don't remember what the requirements even were. Even though I earned a campaign medal in Kosovo, that wasn't enough. We didn't have any combat operations really, so it is what it is. I got this new radiator cap and the coolant. We're gonna go put this on right now. Put this on, fill it up, let the bike warm up, and see if it pisses coolant everywhere. Yep, still raining. Oh, that's shitty, man. You know, today's the day where I wanted to start doing my Mike's Taste of Tampa series on the motorcycle. So I'm still not sure what I want to do with that. I want to ride a motorcycle to somewhere local. I don't ride in the rain. You guys know that. If you don't know that, well, now you do. So I don't know if I want to still go somewhere in a car and do it, or just put it off till next week. So I guess you and I will both figure it out as we progress in this video, right? Let's get this radiator cap on, fill it up, and see where we're at. Hopefully my camera doesn't fall. I've got this, so my tripod here, I'm gonna take a picture so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If I remember, I'll put this up on the screen here while I'm editing. One of the tripods that I use allows me to flex the legs around things, so I've kind of got this camera balanced on the left side of the left grip. The way this is in here, let's take a look. I can't really get a good grip on it, just fingertips, which I guess you could argue that my fingertips should be stronger, but it's just, I don't have any leverage room on this side of the cap. Maybe I'm approaching it completely the wrong way, but I have a hard time with it. If you guys know any tricks on getting this cap off, I'm all ears, man. I'm gonna work on getting this off, and I'll come back to you when I finally get it. All right, we got it off. Somehow I was able to finagle some channel locks into there. So this is a Napa 703-1460. That's way too big, man. That is way, way too big. So the Goldwing sites out there, Goldwing Docs and GoldwingFacts.com, have a lot of cross-reference parts that are supposed to work. So far, they have not led me astray. This time, however, not gonna work. So they had another part by Stant. You can get them at Walmart, Amazon, whatever. We're gonna go that route. Yeah, we'll return this one. Okay, so I teetered back and forth on whether I was gonna do this thing or not. Week one, I had plans to do it. Raining, as I said, so I wasn't gonna ride. And then hats off to Crazy Cooter for twisting my arm really hard. He said, I'm not gonna think any less of it if you go in a car. So here we are in the car going. The first place we're gonna go, I also kind of went back and forth on if this was gonna be the first place or if I was even gonna include it in the list, because technically, it's a chain. Before you hang me from the gallows, understand that this place actually did start in the area. It's called the Brass Tap. While it is a chain, I don't think it's huge. It looks like there's a few around the Tampa Bay area and some others in other parts of the country, but it did start here in 2007. They opened the first one up in Wesley Chapel, which is like a hoity-toity town up a little north of us. So we're gonna head up there, see what they got. I don't know what they have for food. I just made sure they had food. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to talk this one into coming with me. So I'm in it for the beer and food. I'm hungry and fat, so those two things kind of. Huh?
I don't drink on school night.
Same. So we're gonna head up, have a couple beers, see what they got on the menu. We'll catch you when we're inside. All right, here we are, Brass Tap, out in Carrollwood, which is in the northern part of the Tampa Bay area. I can already see they have a shit ton of beers in coolers. They have a bunch of taps in here. Brass ones. Anyway, the pictures on the website made it look like they had big mash tuns and shit, which are the big vats people like to call them. I don't see any through the windows, so we're gonna see what they have in here, and we'll catch you back up with you when we're inside. All right, so I was given a draft menu. Have you seen this before? So this word here on top of the menu, I remember back. We're gonna get him a big pint of beer too. Yeah. I remember back in the 90s and we were drinking Guinness that had that word on it. And I'm avoiding that word intentionally for a second. Everybody was saying drought, and it's not. And a lot of you guys are already gonna know it. It's draught. Yeah, it drops. So literally spelled how it sounds. It looks like the pink is the happy hour menu. But you can see they got a pretty good list here. Ambers, barley wines, they have them divided up by styles. So I'm gonna look through here and see what they got. All right, so I ended up, my first beer of the night, I don't know if I'm gonna have very many because it is a school night. I got a beer from a brewery called 81 Bay. They have on their beer list, the local beers are italicized. So I'm trying to stick with just local beers, even though this place is not a brewery, which is funny because it says on the sign, craft beer, brewery, and kitchen. Where's the brewery? Anyway, this lightning lager is just a regular old light lager, like something you would expect to find from Miller or Bud or whatever. It's really good. These light lagers are a lot harder to brew than darker ones because light malts, you can't hide any mistakes in them. What I will say, we're looking at the menu. This place is not kid friendly. There's no kids menu. They have no juices or anything like that for kids. So we compromised and got a sweet tea, which they had to make in the back. So it's definitely, it's not a dig, it's just a fact. So if you're coming, either keep that in mind or don't bring your kids. This is more catered towards a adults, and I get that. So we ordered some food. It's just your typical bar food. So they got burgers and sandwiches and wraps and salads, grilled cheese, etc. I just ordered wings because that's just what I eat all the time. But if you're expecting like a full restaurant menu, this probably isn't the place for you. I'm looking forward to having another beer or two after this one, so I'm sure they cater well to that. And we'll get some shots of the inside of here so you can kind of get a feel for what the place looks like. Last beer for the night is from Florida Beer, Hurricane Reef Caribbean Pilsner. I'm pretty critical of Pilsners because Pilsner malt has a very certain flavor to it, but this was pretty good. It's a little bit more hoppy, kind of like the Florida Special from Coppertail Brewing. So if you've had Coppertail, this is going to be very similar to what they have in the Florida Special. So we're going to wrap this up inside the restaurant, and we'll talk a little bit more when we get out of here. I've now paid my wife to be a part of my YouTube program. So
7.5 cents.
All 15 cents that I make a month, it's pretty much going to her. What'd you think?
About the Brass Tap?
About the Brass Tap. Give me your overall opinion.
I mean, it's not somewhere I would go to eat food.
Definitely not somewhere I would go to eat food.
If I wanted a beer, sure, but...
So that's what, it's kind of hard for me to rate it because I feel like it does present itself as a beer bar, and it does say that on the website. Beer bar, beer tap, whatever it says. But I think having a food menu kind of makes it... Okay, let me back up. I've been to tap houses before for breweries where they make it clear that it's a tap house and they have some chips or some bullshit. But this place has a menu. So I feel like if you have a menu, then you need to live up to that a little bit. You think so?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, or at least have... So like I mentioned that at the place that it's not really kid friendly. And I don't mean that to say they're anti-kid, but there's no kids menu. There's no beverages other than beer and soda, really. Or I mean, they have water, but... And it's not like our grandson was the only kid there. First, I kind of felt like, oh shit, we're the only kids here, but it wasn't true. There was at least one other kid sitting like right behind us. So there is kind of a family environment. They're just missing things to cater to the whole family. And maybe they don't want the whole family there. I thought the beer was pretty good, but again, it wasn't their beer. So I would be okay with it if in the name it didn't say beer bar dash brewery dash kitchen. Where's the brewery? What are they brewing? The local beers they had there were good, but it wasn't theirs. How was your chicken sandwich? Tell me about that.
So pretty basic fried chicken breast sandwich. Tasted pickle more than anything. So zero flavor. Like just a very, very plain chicken sandwich.
Yeah, it was very generic. I had the remainder of her chicken sandwich, and when I took a bite of it, I could actually taste the lettuce more than I could taste the chicken. The overall sandwich, it literally did taste like pickles and lettuce. So it didn't, like, there was this big, thick chunk of chicken in there, and I felt bad. I'm like, man, this is the first one we're doing, and I kind of come into places thinking, oh, I'm really going to love this place, and she brought up a good point. Would you tell me? She doesn't know what she told me. Okay. Well, she said... That was a bad... I should have given her lines or a script, but she told me, she said, well, if it's a review, not every place is going to be you love it, otherwise it's not going to be authentic. And she's right. So what are we going to give this one? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I mean, I would go there for beer, but not food.
So in the middle?
So in the middle, like...
So instead of, so we're not going this, we're not going that, we're gonna go right there in the middle. I can't make that sound. Anyway, that's going to wrap this one up. This was the first one, so hopefully they get a little bit more engaging, more entertaining. And I wasn't even sure. You hear my grandson? This is what happens when you're... Anyway, hopefully these will get better, more engaging, and hopefully we'll enjoy some more. This was completely blind. I had no idea if I was going to like this or not. We just went in there, and I mean, ideally, all reviews are that way, right? Nice. Did you like your grilled cheese sandwich?
No.
No.
I like my fries.
You like your fries? It's really hard to fuck up some fries, but okay. Did not like. I'm gonna tell you what though, that grilled cheese was pretty baller. It was cheddar on Texas toast. So anyway, thanks for coming along for this one. We're gonna make these better. I appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you later. Say we'll see you later. We'll see you later.